I still remember the exact moment my world cracked open. It was a sticky August evening in our small Texas town. The kind where the cicadas scream like they're trying to drown out everything else. Quillen and I were sitting on the tailgate of his beat-up Ford, passing a warm soda back and forth, talking about nothing and everything like we always did. I had rehearsed the words in my head for months, but when they finally came out, they sounded small and scared. Quillen, I'm gay. He froze. The soda can hovered halfway to his mouth. Then he laughed. A short, sharp sound that didn't reach his eyes. Come on, man. Don't mess with me. I'm not messing with you. The silence stretched until it hurt. His face shifted from confusion to something darker. Dude, that's not I mean, you're my best friend. But I can't, he trailed off, shaking his head like he could shake the words away. I just can't be around that. I waited for the punchline. It never came. Instead, he slid off the tailgate, wiped his hands on his jeans, and walked away without looking back. I sat there until the sky turned purple, waiting for him to come back and say he was sorry. He never did. The next morning, the text started. Guys from the football team, guys we'd known since middle school. Fag. Didn't know you were one of those. Stay away from the locker room. I stared at my phone until the screen went dark. Then my mom called me into the kitchen. Her eyes were red. Quillen told your dad. He said you confessed something. She couldn't even say the word. Dad wouldn't look at me. By lunchtime, I was packing a duffel bag. They didn't kick me out, they just made it clear I wasn't welcome anymore. I moved to Austin with the little money I'd saved from summer jobs. I found a cheap room in a shared house near the university, got a job bussing tables at a diner, and tried to disappear. The first few months were a blur of shame and loneliness. I avoided mirrors because I hated the person staring back, the one who had ruined everything by being honest. Then I met Ryan. He was a barista at the coffee shop across from my diner. Tall, quiet, with a crooked smile that made the room feel warmer. He always remembered my order. Black coffee, no sugar. And one day he wrote, "You look like you could use a friend," on the cup. I laughed for the first time in weeks. We started talking. Then we started hanging out. Then one night, walking back from a movie, he slipped his hand into mine. I didn't pull away. Ryan was patient. He didn't push. He just let me be. For the first time since that night on the tailgate, I felt like I could breathe. Life in Austin wasn't perfect, but it was mine. Ryan and I moved in together after 6 months. A tiny apartment above a bookstore, walls covered in posters and string lights. We argued about stupid things like who left dishes in the sink, but we always ended up laughing. He taught me how to cook Thai food. I taught him how to fix his old guitar. We talked about the future like it was something we could actually have. But the past wasn't done with me. One afternoon, I got a call from an unknown number. I almost didn't answer. When I did, Quillen's voice came through, rough and hesitant. "Jake? It's me." I didn't say anything. I saw your name on a work email. You're doing graphic design now? That's cool." I still didn't speak. "Look, man, I know I messed up. I was scared. My dad, he's old school. If he found out I was friends with you know. I panicked. You told everyone. You told my parents." "I know. I'm sorry. I was an idiot." "Sorry doesn't fix it." He sighed. "I get that. I just wanted to say I'm getting married next month. Sarah. She's great. I thought maybe you'd want to know." I hung up. Ryan found me sitting on the couch, staring at nothing. I told him everything. He listened, then pulled me close. "You don't owe him anything. Not forgiveness. Not even a conversation." But the call opened something I thought was closed. I started having nightmares again. Quillen's face when I told him, the way the guys at school looked at me, the silence at home. I woke up shaking, convinced I was back in that small town. Then the wedding invitation arrived. A cream envelope with gold lettering. Quillen and Sarah. I threw it in the trash. Ryan fished it out. "You should go. Not for him. For you. Show yourself you've moved on." I didn't want to, but part of me needed to see that life, the one I had been pushed out of, and realize I didn't miss it. The wedding was in our hometown. Same church, Same reception hall with the same string lights and folding chairs. I drove down with Ryan. He held my hand the whole way. When we pulled into the parking lot, I felt like I was going to throw up. Quillen saw me first. He froze mid-conversation, eyes wide. Then he walked over, arms open like nothing had happened. "Jake, you came." I nodded. "Yeah." He looked at Ryan, then back at me. Something flickered in his eyes. Surprise, maybe jealousy. "This is Ryan, my boyfriend." Quillen swallowed. "Right? Cool. I'm glad you're happy." The ceremony was short. Sarah was beautiful, smiling like she had everything she ever wanted. I sat in the back, Ryan's arm around my shoulders, and felt nothing but calm. I had expected pain. Instead, I felt free. At the reception, Quillen found me again. He was tipsy, tie loosened. "Can we talk?" We stepped outside. The air was warm, crickets loud. He leaned against the wall. "I messed up bad. I know that. But seeing you here with him, it makes me realize how much I lost." "You lost a friend because you chose fear." He looked down. "I was scared of what people would think, of what my dad would say, of what it meant if I was okay with it." I waited. He took a breath. "I still think about that night. Every time I see a gay couple, I think about you. And I hate myself for what I did." I didn't know what to say. Part of me wanted to scream. Part of me wanted to hug him. Then he said the thing I never expected. "Sarah and I were not doing great. She wants kids. I don't know if I can give her that. I don't know if I want to." I stared at him. "I'm not saying I'm gay. I'm just confused. All the time." I felt the ground shift under me. The guy who had destroyed my life was standing here, admitting the very thing he had punished me for. I didn't offer comfort. I didn't forgive him. I just said, "That's your journey, Quillen, not mine." Ryan and I drove home in silence. I kept replaying the conversation. Quillen's confession felt like a cruel joke. Karma handing him the same struggle he had forced on me. Over the next year, life moved forward. Ryan proposed on a quiet beach at sunset. I said yes without hesitation. We planned a small wedding, friends, no family drama. My mom sent a card. My dad didn't. That was okay. Quillen texted occasionally. Short messages. "Congrats on the engagement. Hope you're doing well." I didn't reply. Ryan said I should block him. I didn't. I wasn't ready to close that door completely. Then one day a news article popped up on my phone. "Local man arrested for assault." I clicked. Quillen's face stared back at me. The story said he had gotten into a fight outside a bar. Someone had called him a homophobic slur, and he snapped. He was charged with aggravated assault. The guy he hit was gay. I felt sick. Not for Quillen. For the man he hurt. Ryan read the article over my shoulder. Karma? Maybe. Or maybe just consequences. I didn't reach out. But a few weeks later, Quillen called again. His voice was broken. "They dropped the charges, but Sarah left me. She said she couldn't live with someone who lashes out like that. I don't know what to do, Jake." I listened to him cry. For the first time, I felt pity instead of anger. "I'm sorry," I said, "but I can't fix this for you." "I know. I wanted to hear your voice." I hung up. Our wedding was perfect. Simple. Joyful. Ryan looked at me like I was the only person in the world. We danced under string lights, laughed with friends, and for once I didn't feel like I was hiding. Quillen didn't come. He sent a gift. A framed photo of us from high school, smiling like nothing could touch us. There was a note. "I'm working on myself. Therapy. Trying to be better. I hope one day you'll forgive me. If not, I understand." I showed Ryan. He read it, then looked at me. "What are you going to do?" I thought about the boy on the tailgate, the man at the wedding, the broken voice on the phone. I thought about the years I had spent rebuilding myself. I didn't reply to Quillen. Not yet. But I kept the photo. Life isn't about perfect endings. It's about choices. Quillen chose fear once. Maybe he's choosing something else now. Maybe he isn't. That's his path. Mine is here with Ryan, with love that doesn't ask me to be less. So tell me, was karma fair? Or was it just life doing what life does? True or false? Sometimes the people who hurt us the most end up teaching us how to heal. What do you think?